Okay. Hi everyone. Welcome back to my stream. Let me just bring it up on my second screen. Should be able to see it. Yes. Welcome back to my stream. Let me just bring it up. You don't need my voice twice. So, um, hello. My name is Ben, and if you've been here before, you know that I am working on a Resident Evil type horror game. It started out as a prototype, basically a question, a design question, and it turned into something more, something else, basically. Right now, it is going to be a game that I am intended to release later on Steam. At least I'm in development, and these streams are basically behind the scene. Um, you know, stuff that you can watch, stuff that you can learn from. I really like to work on anything, basically on a project with sharing it, basically. Um, if you want me to, I can give you a quick rundown where I am, and I think this is what we could do to begin with, and then I will jump into the next phase of this prototype. So right now we have a small map, basically default Unreal map for first person and third person, and we have some fixed cameras put down to work with. We have a player spawn point, and later on I can put down, actually I can put them down just now. I can put down one zombie at the back, just right there. You won't be able to see it, so let's put it there. I also have a crawler that I have not finished yet. This is just a dead zombie, so we can just leave this one here. And we also have a zombie that can, that's a crawler, that's definitely dead. So I can just put this dead one down here, like so. So we have some enemies. Um, this is the character. It has tank control like any other old Resident Evil games. So you can walk around, you can run, you can turn, and you can quick turn as well. That is what we've been playing with in the 90s. Mostly in the 90s, early 2000 when Code Veronica came out. And then we moved with Resident Evil 4 to third person. What this project is, what's unique in here, the reason why I started it, because I played Resident Evil Requiem recently. I really enjoyed it, and it was really nice to see the two different campaigns, basically. Uh, you know, in Resident Evil Requiem, you have two characters. You have um, Leon as a third person, kind of like an action hero character, and the intended perspective for him is third person. And you also have Grace, who is more fragile, and the intended person for her is first person. And I was thinking if I can do that in one character, how does that look? Um, Many games try to do first person and third person before. Not really well. Not all of them could do it well. My idea is a bit different. What I wanted is to go around in in a really original Resident Evil style and have that kind of atmosphere, and then have a first person camera to shoot, because in the original Resident Evils, what always bothered me, the fact that I never really had a great input on aiming. It's the same thing in original Resident Evil. You moved around like that, and then you stopped for aiming. You tried to aim somewhat, and then you weren't able to move. This is the same thing in this prototype, where you move around in a fixed camera perspective with tank control. But when you want to actually shoot something, you do this, and you are not able to move. You can only aim, and while aiming, you can shoot. That's pretty much it. Basically, just a perspective change. What I was really interested if this gives satisfaction, if this good enough to play, and I feel like that it is. Ultimately, it's up to you if you feel like this is something that could be interesting or not. But so far, I think it can work. It needs testing, obviously, and a normal level as well to see how it works within a game. Technically, it works. It doesn't disorientate, I think. But when I'm at the point where when I do level design, that's where we actually go into test this theory really heavily. So a game like this needs to have some enemies, and I try to just leave everything really in a small scope, because I'm working on this on my own. No one else is there to help me. So most of these, not most, all of these assets, sorry, are from marketplace. The zombies, the player character, the pistols, animations. Most of the animations are from a marketplace asset. Because I'm more like a technical designer, I never really been an artist, and I never will be. But I like coding, and I like do things properly, so I have these assets. So there's a zombie there. If I shoot it, it will turn around, but for the sake of this, I just walk past by. It starts to, come around. The other one respawned because that's I will explain the other zombie later. So it reaches out, it grabs you, it hurts you, and that's the zombie. Basically, that's the zombie AI. You see, it tries to reach out, so you know you are in imminent danger, basically, and you can just kill this. So the other one that respawned, that's the kind of gameplay hoops I wanted to introduce. There will be some zombies in the game that appears to be dead, so you can walk past by them, and not, nothing wrong will happen, not immediately. But as you, I don't know, go away, go to another room or something, that zombie that played possum basically will be alive next time you come back. Right now it's just a simple distance check really between the player and that zombie. When you are out running by a chance, it will be revived or not. Same thing applies to the zombie I just killed as well. And the other one that lies down just there, it's actually dead. So there are some tricks that I can do about this stuff here, about the zombies. And these are the characters or enemies that I am currently planning to have in the game. I might have dogs later on because on the marketplace I've seen a really cool looking zombie dog asset, and I actually like that a lot, but I am unsure if I want to introduce a dog or not. It's all about scope really, so we see. Just to show you some weapons as well, we have the pistol, which works really well. Um, basic, basic stuff really. So let me show you the revolver. Just gonna go around and spawn that right now. So that's a revolver. This is a really powerful weapon. The design for it was that you find this weapon pretty early on, to be honest, but the catch is there are no ammunition for this weapon at all. It has 6 bullets, that's all you got for the entire game, but this is a one-shot, one-kill weapon. Then you just basically want to have it really, really you want to have that in your inventory sometimes. I just figured something that doesn't work. Let me go back to the M9. That's fine, that works well. What about the revolver? Why it doesn't have any recoil? Interesting. Gonna have a look on this. Why this one doesn't have a recoil. We also have a shotgun. Shotgun is pretty cool, same thing as before, like any other shotguns. You do that and reload. It just doesn't have anything to reload. I just want to show you because the reload mechanism is a bit different than the other weapons. So I'm gonna put some reserve ammo in here. With the shotgun, you can actually stop the reload. Let me show you how. Reserve ammo. Yes. So I just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, and you come up. All right, that's it. And we also have the M16. The M16 is a gun that you will unlock once you finish the game. This is a gun for a speed run or for just for fun when you finish the game once. It's an automatic rifle with unlimited ammunition. So that's it. That's all of it. And there are two things that are not working really well. So one is actually the shotgun and the other one is the revolver. Let's start with the shotgun. So give me the shotgun. Let's see what is not working. Because I think okay. In magazine. Get magazine reserved. Get reserved ammo. Reserved ammo. screen. Print strings. One is, yeah, it's fine. And another one, something like that. Let's hook this up. I usually don't really care about how print strings are looking because I never keep them, so let's see what happens here. I do this and it finishes the reload. It does not cancel it. So we need to ask the question why. If it's grabbed, cancel via byte. If it's force, reset it. So that's okay. When you cancel shotgun reload, that should be the problem, I think. So the other day I had a problem with reloading. Here with this. I'm pretty sure that's the problem. Yeah. Because I should be able just to cancel it. So let me just go here and change the ammo so I can see if I can cancel it back. Why not I'm able to actually cancel it. That's the EDS as well. So if I am doing ADS, which is aiming, so if it's not reloading, so is reloading is false, but is reloading is actually true here, I think. So I can have a look why it's not canceling. The reason why it's not canceling it might be because let's see. Yes. So you see, it turned true the is reloading, and basically in player controller I'm telling this that if reloading is true, then it doesn't do anything. So what I need to do here is call that one. The branch, I think. Let's see. Just the branch part. Because if shotgun is reloading, then I should be able to just cancel. Alright, let's see. So, yes. Perfect. So I can one bug down, which is great. I can now delete these things. And from we probably don't need the player controller anymore. I gonna, and I don't need this one either, so I can put this one back. And I don't need the reloading. The other thing that doesn't work and this is like, you know, game design and game development. I sat down to start a huge new feature, but because I showed this to you, I just found 2 new bugs. And they weren't here before. Like this one. This is fine, but the revolver should play recoil as well. What I've done is from that's fire. Let's do fire. Do shot, sorry. So that's the actual line trace. I need to find it. Okay, so in try fire, I have these ones. And that's from the base. And this is try fire. My best guess, because I changed it, I needed to put the recoil and the camera shake into the fire function because it wasn't in, but because of that the automatic rifle was messy with the recoil. But anyway, it didn't work with the automatic rifle with the M16, so I needed to put the recoil function and the camera shake. I needed to move to another place, but my best guess that the entire revolver overwrites it. Yes, but it does call parent try fire. So it does call this one. So let's see. Base reload. It doesn't use the base reload. Ah, you see? It doesn't use the base reload, so it goes all the way around here because the revolver does not do any reloading. And it just goes right straight to fire. But I need to go to odd recoil first instead. So if I do this and compile it, because it does play the try fire, the recoil should come back. Yes, very good. Now that the bugs are solved and fixed, and I gave you the rundown as well for things, I do need to start a new one, the new feature. I'm just thinking. I started to think about stalking. Only the revolver doesn't use the base reload. And what it does, it's if base reload is there, then we check if the current ammo in magazine is in the magazine is greater than 0. If that's true, then it just takes away from the current ammo in magazine. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We can have a look and see if I take all these. Yep. Yeah. That's good. I can just double check with the M M9 also about an M16. Let's do that before I move on. So let's see an M9. Damn. All right, that works. And just to be sure, it is set to have 15 magazine size and 15 in the magazine. Start with that. No reserve ammo at all, so that's cool. The revolver doesn't have any of these, so let's collapse all. That's the data. We need the reload. See, everything is zeroed out. Perfect. Shotgun. Let's see how the shotgun works. So that means shotgun. I said shotgun. 8, yeah. Okay. Yep. That works as well. And see that the shotgun is spreading. So those are where the pellets go. So that's also a different kind of weapon function. And lastly, we can check the M16, but the M16 can be reloaded. But yeah, why not? We can check it. M16, and the M16 is spreading a lot. Cool. There is dry fire, and we can reload it and do this while we're reloading, but shouldn't be able to do that. It does. Yeah. Okay. And I can do with all these weapons while I'm reloading. All right, I have an idea. Um, Let's try this. Need to make some space here because this true needs to go into another branch in here. So, and if this one is false, then go into nothing. Only if this one is true goes into here. Yep. One thing I need to check, if the weapon class is a shotgun, and if that shotgun is reloading, then I can, yeah, I cannot. Okay. Uh, this is true, and that is a, that is reloading. Then I should be able to just cancel it. So come back here, let's see what it does. So magazine and reserve. So we need strings and another text. One of them is going to be red-ish. So current, no, fine, fine. Yeah, it just goes. That one is pointing there, like that, so I can see. Um, okay, so if it's reloading and it's true, and if it's the shotgun, I'll just go in here. Okay, no. Um, no. Two. So I might need another one of these. So if this is true, but the shotgun reloading pause, then do nothing. I'm holding down aiming, and the gun doesn't come back to ADS, so that would have worked, okay. Um, um, because there is no shotgun. The main question, this one works. Okay, so what I need to do is first check. And I need more space. A whole lot more space. Okay, so let's take you, you, and you, and just let's go down. Grab you as well. Let's go down to here. So I also need you first, and from true branch, I am going to go here. And then I'm gonna check. And if it's not valid, then just do nothing, basically. Hey there, are you going to show me a tutorial on the pistol? You promised. I can show it to you. Yes, let me fix this bug and I can talk you through the pistol one. Let me know in the chat in the meantime what you want to know about the pistol. So that works. That's fine. What about the M16? Any errors? No. Cool. So I just make this nice. Kinda. Oh, yeah. Okay, no problem. It's kind of okay like this, to be honest. I usually don't like to go over, but that can work as well. I probably want to go compose in here. No? Or this is a special one. This, no. I think that's fine. It should work. Yeah. And what about the shotgun? Yeah. Okay. Try to reload the whole thing. Yeah, Mythos, just let me know. Let me know what you like to know about the pistol. Okay. It does work. Online. I don't need you. That's okay. I'm just gonna. Kinda don't like it that way. Can you show the logic behind the gun and how you set it up for this and other positions? Or maybe you could make a full video. I could make a full video as well. I don't think I have the time, unfortunately. Um, I'm working a full-time job and I'm only able to work on this project when I have a day off, basically. And making a full tutorial is just a whole lot of work for me that I don't think I just want to tackle now, but I'm more than happy to give you a rundown just now. So let me finish this one real quickly and I show it to you. It's a bit complex, so bear with me, but nothing that you can't handle, I think. So the main idea for the pistol, um, first of all, what you need is a pistol mesh, yeah. So you get your pistol mesh. Mine is a skeleton, so uh, I have different parts in different skeleton meshes. That's not a requirement. You can have just one pistol. The thing about it, you need a point, a muzzle point. So that's the first thing. If it's a static mesh or a skeleton mesh, that doesn't matter. Have a muzzle point, which is just at the very front there. That muzzle point is where your bullets are coming from, basically, and your muzzle flash plays as well. So that's the first one. And here you just add a socket. That's it. That's where you could start. Then, in my case, I do have one base weapon which drives everything else because I have different weapons. So I made the logic in the base one and I can override them in the individual children's. So the base is looking like that. I am taking a reference of my player character and I am taking reference from a struct which is just like this one, the reload one. A struct is what holds the data, what holds variables basically, and you can attach it to any actor. This is better and more scalable than just having variables on the blueprint itself, because then you have a central structure, a central data container basically where all your data is stored. Then you can do whatever you want. That's for scalability basically. So in the weapon base, I'm just taking this struct, and from this struct, I am setting the current ammo in magazine variable and the reserve one as well. And obviously, when you start the game, you are not reloading. That's begin play mode. On tick, I have a cancel reload. That's for shotgun, so you don't have to worry about this one. And that's basically the event graph here. What you want is some. Please start filming a course on Otis. Yeah, I should at some point. So what you want for fire is basically it's pretty simple. How you do that? You take the weapon mesh. That's the better better way to explain. So you have this weapon in your hand. The hand has a socket and you attach to it. You do some calculation to make it look nice. And the whole fire thing is just a line trace, basically. You want the trace to go from this point forward. That's it. And you want to program what to hit with that. So you get the try fire. When you are not reloading, and this is just a base row, that's mine as well. When you are not reloading, you are checking if your current ammo in the magazine is, greater than 0. If it's greater than 0, then you take away 1 ammunition, and then that's where I add recoil and some camera shake, and you do fire. So this is basically a reload checking. If you have enough ammunition, then you take away 1 and you do the fire. seriously need to play this with full tutorials. People need it. Yeah, I know. Especially the way I do it, because most tutorials on YouTube are for a one shot. Like you can make one nice weapon with them. I mean, not all of them, but it's at least 75% of them is not scalable. Those tutorials, they are really nice to do one thing, the other thing, the third thing, and then you try to bring them together on your own, and you realize you can't, because there are no common points in there, and that's where, for example, structs and enums are coming in play. Those are pulling everything together. So you go into the fire. That's your fire one. The fire function is pretty simple. What I do is I'm checking if my character is valid, and if it's valid, then I play the the visuals, and I do the do shot function. Visuals are also pretty simple. I have twice, because I either have a skeletal mesh or a static mesh, so I need to check if my weapon is in a static mesh or in a skeletal mesh. But this is just in my project. Basically, you just spawn a system attached, and on the system attached, you attach that VFX to that muzzle that I just showed you at the beginning, and to what mesh, basically, the skeletal mesh of things. And you play a sound as well at that location, the muzzle location. So you play the sound first, and you play the VFX first. It doesn't matter if you do the shot first and afterwards you spawn these things. They happen mostly simultaneously anyway. So it doesn't. I technically could, have a V delay, but that's net picking really. So after playing the FXs, I just do the shot, which is another function. For this, I have a muzzle socket location and rotation. So the reason why I need this, because for the line trace, and that's where it gets a bit complicated. So for the line trace, you need that socket's location and rotation, and that's the return node. So basically these ones here, you need these two values, the location and rotation, and these are all that muzzle rotation locations. When you have those, you want your line trace to start where your muzzle location is, and you want to end it where your rotation's forward vector is multiplied by a range. So basically the pistols or any weapons range that you decide how far you want to shoot with it, and then you add to that vector the location itself, and that gives you the endpoint of it. And obviously you have other variables as well, damage, most importantly damage that you need. The rest are specific to my project itself. And then you do the line trace, and this looks really bad, but it's not too hard to explain. So you have your line trace. You already calculated the starting and the ending point for it. You trace it to a visibility channel, and you want to ignore your character and basically the gun itself, so it does not mess up with your tracing, basically. You have an out hit and a return value. The return value tells you if you hit something or not. If you hit something, then where is it? Because I have other things as well. Yeah. So if you hit something, and that something has, in my case, a damageable interface, then you spawn an FX or anything. This is basically already hit. That's the hit. You got hit. You got the hit here. You spawn. I spawn blood on zombie, and I apply damage. If that thing that I hit doesn't have a damageable interface, then I'm just basically spawning some word impact affixes like bullet holes, hit a wall, and a word impact feedback basically, which is what I hit if it's not a flash, you know. And yeah, that's all the logic behind it. You're line tracing it. Stop fire is for another one. That's for auto fire basically, and that's all it does really. The pistol. You get the pistol in the hand. You have a muzzle socket there. The muzzle socket location is the starting point for the line trace, and the ending point is the socket rotation multiplied by a range, and that getting forward vector first, so rotation forward vector multiplied by range, that gives you a vector, and you want to add that vector to the location of the socket, and that's your endpoint. That's it. That's all it is. Cool. What time is it? 3:30. I think I'm gonna stop here because I have not had lunch yet, and I actually wanted to play some video games as well. But thanks for jumping in. I probably won't be streaming this week because I'm working every day till Sunday. But I will try and put on some updates, at least in the YouTube community and on my LinkedIn as well. So thanks for joining. I know it wasn't too much, but at least we did some bug fixing, which is really important. The next big feature is inventory system. A whole inventory system in Resident Evil style, and I'm preparing the project for that. So it needs to be, relatively bug free. At least things I know that can be fixed, or it's not a jank, but it's actual bug. But I think we are in a good shape, and from now I can actually start and doing inventory. I really hope so. I really believe so. So thanks again. Hope you enjoyed it. Have fun for the rest of the day. It's a really nice day in Edinburgh.